everybody, my name is Colin239, welcome back to another video. Today in this one it's going to be another deck profile video, and in this one it's going to be on a little bit of a weirder deck. It's going to be on my Dragonmaid Blue Eyes deck profile post-Monster Mayhem. Yes, a little bit of a weird one, yes, because the Dragonmaid support is actually kind of insane in Monster Mayhem. They got Ladies Dragonmaid and then this new one here, which is like the alternate version of Chamber, Kambara? I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that. Probably going to be mispronouncing that. But yeah, it's kind of insane. But I decided I wanted to play it with Blue Eyes for one reason. Well, a couple reasons. Number one, did not like how the pure version of the deck played. I was just like, I don't really like it. You know, I wish it was being able to do more and stuff like that. Like, it has a lot of like free ways to play because it has a lot of one-card combos now, because I think Chamber, Parlor, and Kitchen are all one-card combos for the deck. I just didn't like how it played. I feel like it could do more, but it just, everything wasn't there to do more, right? So I decided also another thing was there was a bunch of one-card combos with it. You know, Chamber and Parlor are both one-card combos to help you get to the new Ladies Dragonmaid, which kind of does everything for the deck for you as well. So I kind of decided, how about we just play this as an engine instead? We just play like 3 Chamber, 3 Parlor, don't even play Kitchen, or you could play Kitchen depending on what the deck you want to play, but you just kind of play like a smaller engine of Dragonmaid to help you still get to Lady, but you can play other cards with it. And another thing I wanted to do with that was play Blue Eyes with it, because obviously the Chamber and Parlor can just trade for a Spirit, search for Mausoleum here, and if you have any of the level 1s through Wishes, Sage, or Maiden, if you have any of those, it still gets you to full Blue Eyes combo. So the idea with the deck is that this kind of replaces what the Primite stuff does. Now, is that a good thing? Probably not. The Primite stuff is probably way better for this. It's less engine space. You know, all the cards aren't really bricks. There's a couple bricks in this deck that we'll get to in just one second as well. So the Primites are probably better, but this is just an idea for the deck I kind of want to throw out there, that you can somewhat play with Blue Eyes and kind of have, if you want to play with the new Dragonmaid stuff, but it's kind of like in where I am, where the pure deck kind of just doesn't do it for you. I kind of like how this version of the deck plays as well. So yeah, without further ado, this video is just going to be explaining like what the theory is. We'll have combos at the end of the video as well, showing off one-card combos with Dragonmaid, one-card combos with Blue Eyes, and then a two-card combo involving both of them. So one thing I will note before getting into it is, number one, technically both engines can't access each other, right? So the Blue Eye stuff, if you just draw Blue Eye stuff, will never get access to the Dragonmaid stuff. Same thing with the Dragonmaid stuff. The Dragonmaid stuff will never get you to the Blue Eye stuff because there's just nothing that really bridges there. The only really good bridge is the Spirit with Eyes of Blue, which helps you do like 2-card combos with like Chamber or Sage. Like together would be nice, but 1-card combos, they really don't get you there. But the one thing that's really good about it is that both combos can get you into seals, and if they end up Nibiruing you through the combo, the seals can help you get access to the other engine that you did not access. So let's say you like had to go Dragonmaid combo and only had Dragonmaid, you can still end on like Seals plus Lady. If they end up Nibiruing you, you can go into an either Kyra Seahorse, link into his Spirit, then go into like Dump Maiden, and then do full Blue Eyes combo after that as well. So that's kind of the idea with the deck. It's kind of like the same thing with Primite, where the Primite doesn't necessarily get you to Blue Eyes combo, but if you draw it with a Blue Eyes like a Blue Eyes card like Sage, Maiden, or Wishes, it still gets you to like your end field being a lot more powerful, especially with the Dragonmaid stuff, because this ends on quite a lot. Again, once we get to the combos, I will explain more with this as well. So now on to the proper deck profile. So side deck, we'll start off with first. Does not really necessarily matter. I just made this as generic as possible. 3 Parelia, 3 Lancia, 3 Joel, Strike, and Judgment are in here. This can be for whatever you want it to be. It just depends on what you want to play around. Specifically, if you want to play like Chaos Hunters or even like Meows in here as well, just got like more counter the Malice matchup you want to, that's fine. Again, the side deck can be whatever, but this is kind of just the most generic side deck. So you don't necessarily have to look at this side deck and believe that this is what you need to play for this deck. This is just a generic side deck I threw in if you really needed a side deck. But this doesn't necessarily matter to the actual deck itself. So now onto the deck, we're going to start off with the non-engine first. So we're playing 3 Fua, 3 Ash, 3 Nim, 3 Valor, 1 Druis, 1 Magna, and 1 Called by the Grave. So it's a 15-card hand trap slot, which is really nice to fit in here as well. Technically, Valor gets you to combo as well. Same thing with Magna, being able to search for any dragon, gives you either pieces of the combo that you're missing that would be pretty nice as well. This is kind of the non-engine. I don't necessarily like Valor, but I think if you are going to play a Blue Eyes deck, you do have to play Valor just because of how powerful Valor is. Fua is just one of the best going second cards in the game. Obviously, going first, it isn't that great, but you have like wishes to discard it from hand and stuff like that. So not necessarily a problem to get rid of out of your hand. Ash, again, I'm not the biggest fan of Ash Blossom, but this stops Charmy cards, which you kind of want to do as well. And Ash, you know, against some like interruptions could be nice, but I think Ash by itself kind of sucks. Nibiru is just a good overall board breaker, which I kind of like as well. If I had like room for like Droplet, I'd put Droplet in here as well. Maybe like if you don't want to play Ash, you put Droplet there as well. Again, don't like the concept of playing Valor, but I think if you're going to play Blue Eyes, you have to play Valor because it is searchable in the deck. Obviously, you have to play the Bestials and Magna and Druid Swarm. Magna is just a guaranteed thing because it not only is a hand trap, but also can help you get to like the Chamber, the Dragonmaid stuff, or the Blue Eye stuff with the Nier Kaiser Seahorse as well. And I'm also playing Druid Swarm just so I have another search target, just in case I like already have the targets in my hand. I can just search a Druid instead for more interruption as well. And then just a call by to help, you know, stop hand traps as well. So a 15-card non-engine, I think, is pretty nice in a 42-card deck as well. Now onto the Dragonmaid portion of the deck profile. We're playing 3 Chamber, 3 Parlor, 1 Leplore, 1 of the new one, Chambara. The spell traps, we're also playing 1 Hospitality and 1 Tiding. Let me actually do it like this so it kind of evens it out there. Let me save the deck like that. So that's kind of our engine. It's a 10-card engine. Basically, the Chamber and the Parlor are both 1-card combos. I'm not playing Kitchen with it because I feel like Kitchen is probably the worst one of the 3 because to do the 1-card combo, you have to play the Red Dragon, and the Red Dragon is really bad because all it can do is discard and then gain 1,000, right? While this technically has applications as well. I'll talk about this in just 1 second, though. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm only cutting out because just playing Chamber and Parlor is just because Kitchen is technically the worst, and I want to have more room to play Blue Eye stuff in there as well. And I think Chamber and Parlor are just the better 1-card combos for the deck as well. Chamber plays into Droll somewhat, but this is perfectly fine with you as well. That doesn't necessarily matter to you. Parlor is probably the best one to open. Once we get to the combos, you'll see why as well. So those are kind of your 1-card starters. You're playing the 1 Leplore and the 1 Chambara that help you get to the Lady Dragonmaid. So if you open Parlor, you just dump Leplore off of Parlor, then make the Lady. If you draw Chamber, you search for Hospitality, link into Spirit, then Hospitality, bring it back, dump Chambara, and that gets you to the Lady as well. So the Hospitality technically is a brick, but it's not like that much of a brick because it's a Monster Reborn for Dragonmaids, which is really nice as well. So not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Same thing, so like the big guys are technically bricks as well. Chambara, you know, you need to have Dragonmaid monsters in your grave or banishment to special summon back as well. So it doesn't necessarily do anything in the hand like turn 1, but in like the grind match, like turn 2s and turn 3s, like Chambara and Hospitality gets better because you're most likely going through a grind match, and this just helps you out in the grind match, which is really nice as well. But technically both of them are bricks. Leplore also technically a brick. You don't necessarily want to draw this with your combo as like a turn 1, but it's probably the best one out of the big bricks that you're playing because it has going second value, right? So it can discard this card, target a face-up monster on the field. Neither player can activate that monster effects on this field this turn, which is pretty good for you because if you target like a Murakuma that they left on field, they either have to waste prayer straight away to tribute it, or they're just never going to get that Murakuma effect and you never have to worry about a board wipe, which is pretty nice. Same thing with Detonator, but the problem with Detonator is they're getting Eclipse Twins a lot of the time under it, so that doesn't necessarily do anything. You basically just treat this as a 1-for-1 trade. Like you treat this like an imperm going second, you know, you just imperm whatever you want to negate, right? Like Leploring like an ally code is not that bad because at least you don't have to deal with the ally code negate. So technically, this is probably the best brick in the deck because it has going second value, but technically is a brick as well. You don't really want to draw this when you're going first. And then Tiding, just to round out, just another spell trap that you can search. I found out through the combos, you're kind of searching 2 spell traps in a combo with Chamber, like especially in a grind match. So I just want to have 2, so you have Tiding and Hospitality. The Tiding effect is really good in the graveyard as well because there's combos with like Parlor you can do with as well that I'll show off in a little bit as well. So this is the kind of 10-card engine that we're playing. Now on to the Blue Eye stuff. Only on 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon. I don't think you necessarily need a third one. You only need a third one if you're playing the new level 1 that's out of Duelist Advance that we don't have yet, but we'll have soon. I don't know what it's called, but it's like the Kaiba Man looking one. But if you're going to play that, then you do have to play 3 Blue Eyes. But in this version of the deck, you don't have to because we're obviously not playing that. We're playing 3 Sages, 3 Maidens just to have full access to the the Blue Eyes combo, you know, maxing out on the names because Maiden can do the 1-card combo, Sage can do the 1-card combo. Wishes is a 1.5 card. I guess Maiden would be the same thing as a 1.5 card combo, but still gets you there as well. So you're playing, you know, maxing out on those. We're on the Neither Kaiser Seahorse again. Not necessarily the greatest thing in the world, but the reason why I'm playing it again is because of seals. So if they end up nibbering you on a seals and you only went through the Dragonmaid stuff, you can just summon out Seahorse, you know, link into a spirit, and then go for a Blue Eyes combo from there as well. I'm only playing 2 Roar. A lot of people might be on one, like on a competitive version. I've been playing sealed only for a little bit for now. I do like playing 2 in a deck, but you don't necessarily have to play 2. So if you want to cut this down to 1 and put like other engine spots, you can, if you really want to do something for that. So that's like perfectly fine, but I am playing 2. 1 Mausoleum, obviously, for the Spirit of Eyes of Blue search. 1 True Light for Maiden, and then 1 Majesty as well to, you know, set off of like True Light or search it off Wishes. Just a nice interruption piece as well. So that's the deck itself. Now on to the extra deck. We're playing, you know, the extra deck can probably be better, I will say that, but now onto the extra deck. We're playing 3 Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, just a nice little extra deck card that we have at our disposal with the Blue Eyes deck. We're playing 1 Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, just summonable off of Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. Same thing with Ultimate Spirit Dragon, we're playing 1 of as well. We're playing 3 Spirit of Eyes of Blue. Not that many people are probably going to be playing 3 of this, but I do like it at 3. You can probably cut it down to 2 and maybe fit like another Synchro in if you want to as well. I am playing 3 though. Don't know how much of that is correct, but I am going to be playing 3. Just the 1 seals. You only need 1 seals. For the fusions, we're playing 1 Ultimate Dragon, the 2 Tyrants, 1 Shao, 1 House, and 1 Ladies Dragonmaid as well. So the, you know, the Tyrant and the Neo Kaiser, or the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, kind of self-explanatory, just goes with the Blue Eyes engine. The Tyrant is kind of a beast, helps you in the grind match and stuff like that. But we're playing on a little bit of a smaller Dragonmaid package. I feel like if you're playing it just as an engine, this is all you necessarily need is 1 Ladies, 1 Shoe, and 1 House is all you really need. Maybe you can argue for a second Ladies, but that's pretty much it. That's the only thing I can see, like maybe you want to argue for a second Lady Dragonmaid, but after that, I think you only need 1 Shoe, 1 House. That's all you necessarily need in like a small engine of Dragonmaid stuff. So that's all you really need. But if you want to cut like the 3rd Spirit of Eyes of Blue and put a second Ladies in, I wouldn't blame you for that either, because there are like niche scenarios where you do want to have a second Ladies in the extra deck, so I wouldn't blame you to play a second one of this. But I'm only playing 1 just as a small little engine. This is all you necessarily need. Shield shuffles itself back for the Omni Negate. House is pretty nice as well. Ooh. Accidentally dropped something, my apologies. But yeah, just a little bit of a smaller little extra deck engine there, but I think this is perfectly fine if you're just playing a smaller engine of the Dragonmaid stuff as well. So yeah, same thing. So Synchros, we're playing the Black Rose because it's summonable. Same thing with Ultimate. Maybe you can argue for Lightstorm. Maybe you can argue for a second Ultimate Spirit Dragon as well if you really want to. Like, that's fine. I think you do have to play 3 Spirit Dragon because this is your like good Synchro 9 and the only good Synchro 9 you can make in this deck as well. So I think this is pretty much a 3 of no matter what. It has a graveyard effect negation as well, which is not bad as well. And then neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time, which is pretty nice as well. It doesn't really come up, but it's a, you know, an effect you should remember as well. So yeah, that is it for the deck profile there. Now let's get into the combos. Alrighty, now on to the combo portion of the video here. So we're going to show off a 1-card combo using the Dragonmaid stuff. We'll show off Chamber and Parlor together. And then the next combo we'll do a 1.5 card Blue Eyes combo, just to kind of show you what the 1 card combo do with each other. Like I said in the deck profile, both engines cannot access each other unless you get nibbed on seals, then they can. But technically, their 1-card combos cannot access each other, so we'll show off what the 1-card combos do for Dragonmaid and Blue Eyes. Then, at the end of the last combo we'll do is a 2-card combo where you draw both a Dragonmaid and a Blue Eyes card to do both combos, which sets up on a really good end field as well. So without further ado, let's get into the combo itself here. So this one is going to be starting off with just a Chamber Dragonmaid, so you can just normal summon Chamber. Chamber effect, search for Hospitality, link off into a Spirit tier of Eyes of Blue, search for a Mausoleum, and then go Effective Hospitality, special back Chamber, and then dumping the Chimbarda as well, just because of Hospitality's effect as well, which is kind of insane. Now, you also have Mausoleum, so like, again, if you drew a Blue Eyes card, this is really good, because the Mausoleum plus another Blue Eye card can pretty much keep playing, right? But here you just banish the Chimbara and the Chamber to go ahead and summon out Ladies Dragonmaid here. Let me just make sure. Banishing from the extra by banishing the above materials, one from each field and grave. Yeah, correct. Lady's effect to summon out a Parlor Dragonmaid, then Parlor Dragonmaid effect to dump a Tiding. You can be Tiding, it can be something else. It's nice to dump Tiding though, because Tiding has a good graveyard effect. We're never going to be able to search Tiding unless it's like our turn 3, which is not the greatest. So you much rather have it in graveyard just to like, reborn Dragonmaid monsters, which is pretty nice as well, especially if this gets like Nibiru'd here. You have the Dragonmaid Tiding to bring it back and still get the fusion summon in the standby and stuff like that. So that's still a pretty nice thing you can do as well. And then we can just link off the Chamber and the Spirits into a Seals as well. We can just pass on that. If they end up Nibiruing you here, you can just make a Kaiser, link it to another Spirit of Isa Blue, then go Kaiser dump Maiden, Mausoleum dump a Blue Eyes, you know, Spirit bring back Blue Eyes, Maiden effect special, then go Maiden effect sending itself, you know, going Blue Eyes combo after that as well. And you still have the Tiding to back it up as well, because Lady, you can just bring back Lady off of Tiding and still get the fusion summon during the standby as well. So pretty valuable stuff there as well. And then in the standby, I usually just shuffle back Ladies since we're only playing the one Lady. So I shuffle back Chambara and the Lady to go ahead and summon out Shu. You don't have to if you want to. If you want to keep the Ladies on field, you can. But I'm only playing one, so I'd prefer to have, you know, the value off of it. Then we'll go Shu's effect in standby just to bring back a Dragonmaid. We'll just bring back Parlor, and then we'll just dump Chamber. Doesn't necessarily matter. You can dump Leplore as well. I end up changing it here as well, just to dump Leplore instead, because if they go to battle phase, you can just bring back Leplore off of Parlor, and Parlor returns itself to the hand as well. You have an Omni Negate, you have a bounce back as well. You can summon off like a Druis, which could be an asshole as well off of Seals, and then you have a House, which, you know, doesn't get the value right now because you have really nothing else to bounce, but if you're able to like end on Tiding, is also a very good interruption piece as well. And now on to the Parlor one card, kind of the same situation here. You just dump Leplore off a normal summon of Parlor, banish it itself, summon out a Lady's Dragonmaid. Lady's Dragonmaid effects to special out Chamber here. Now you can just search Tiding in here and just pass if you really want to, because we don't have another body to make Seals here. So you can just like make this set 1 pass, and that's still enough for you as well if you want to. But you can also change it up here and go for a Hospitality if you really want to value the Seals here. Link it to a Spirit effect, go for Mausoleum as well. If you drew a Blue Eyes combo, you can just search Tiding, and then, you know, the Blue Eyes guy, you know, Sage or Maiden, sorry. I keep saying Blue Eyes, but that's what I mean by that, is you just normal summon like a Sage off an extra normal summon of Mausoleum and just keep playing from there as well. But in this case, since you don't have the Blue Eyes, you just go Hospitality, summon out Chamber, dump Chambara. It doesn't have to be that. It's fine. You don't even have to dump if you don't want to. And then just link into a Seals here, and then just kind of pass. Same thing, same kind of end field that we just ended on as well, which is fine. You just don't have the Tiding in graveyard, but that's fine enough as well as be back in deck. So it kind of ends on the same thing there. Now let's get into the Blue Eyes 1-card combo. Alrighty, now on to the Blue Eyes 1-card combo here. So this is actually a 1.5 card combo. You just need a discard. Doesn't necessarily matter what the discard is. But yeah, again, this is just to show you what the Blue Eyes combo by itself can do before we get into the 2-card combo involving both engines. So now going into main phase, we'll go Sage effect to go ahead and search for Maiden here. And then we'll go ahead and just link off into a Spirit effect to go ahead and search for the Mausoleum of White. Then go Maiden effect to go ahead and set the True Light from deck here. True Light effect, setting the Wishes from deck here. Then activating Wishes, discarding the 1 discard here to search for a Roar and just another Sage, which is pretty fine as well. The normal summon Sage, we have to activate Mausoleum first, but then activate normal summon Sage. Sage effect, search for just a Veiler is fine. And then you can just link this one into a second Spirit, and then link both off into a Seals here. Now you have like the Nibiru protection. If they end up Nibiruing you here, you can summon just like a Parlor and then just do full Dragonmaid combo after that, which is pretty nice as well. Now we can go Roar effect, summon out Blue Eyes, and then Maiden effect in graveyard just to respecial itself back to the field. And we can go Mausoleum effect, doesn't really matter what we target here, dumping Blue Eyes, and then just synchro summoning into a Spirit Dragon as well. And that's your kind of your end phase. Your end field here is you have a Seals, you have a Spirit, which is a graveyard negate, and also a special like an Omni negate, either ultimate or a bounce, which is the Moonlight Dragon, and you have Veiler plus the follow-up in True Light and stuff like that as well. Probably you should have done Wishes effect as well to dump the Neo, so just so you have the target protection as well. And like I said, if they Nibiru you here, you can just summon a Chamber or Parlor, and then just do Dragonmaid combo from there as well. So that is it for the 1.5 card Blue Eyes combo. Now let's get into a 2-card combo, which involves both engines. Alrighty, now on to the 2-card combo here. So this is kind of the main reason why you want to play the deck, because if you can draw both engines, the end field it sets up is kind of insane. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the combo. So first, you have to start off with Parlor. You always get the extra normal summon off a Maiden or a Mausoleum, so it's fine to not lead Sage straight away as well. And also Sage has a hand effect to summon out Blue Eyes if that matters as well. So you just normal summon out Parlor effect to dumping out Leplore. And then you go just banish both of them to go ahead and special out Lady's Dragonmaid. Lady Dragonmaid effect to summon out Chamber. And then Chamber effect, we can just search a Tiding here since we do have the extra body here. We don't have to go for Hospitality. And then we can link off into a Spirit effect to go ahead and search for a Mausoleum of White here. Then we can just link both off into seals. This is a little bit of a weird combo. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but you'll see why I'm doing this in just 1 second. But if you want to keep the ladies on field, you don't have to do this. And if you want to keep the Tiding, because I'm about to discard Tiding off of Wishes for this combo, so that's how I can get the ladies back from the graveyard. But if you don't want to do that and you want to keep Tiding as just an interruption piece, then you just extra normal summon Sage and you can make a seals later in the combo as well. But in this case, I'm getting a little greedy, so just throwing that out there. This is a little greedy, but still a way you can play it. So we can just activate Mausoleum, then normal summon, the extra normal summon of Sage. Go ahead and search for Maiden here. And then go ahead and activate Maiden here. Go ahead and get True Light effect, set Wishes, and then Wishes effect. Discarding the Tiding. Again, if you don't do the linking off the ladies, you keep the Tiding, just discard another card that you had in hand, the 3rd card, I guess. Go ahead and search for Effect Veiler and Roar, since we already have summoned 2 times this turn for the normal summons. You just search Veiler instead here. Then we can go ahead and just activate Roar, summon Blue Eyes from the deck here, and then go Maiden effect in the graveyard. Go ahead and special itself to the field here, and then Synchro off Blue Eyes and Sage into a Spirit. And then go ahead and go Mausoleum effect, target Maiden, chain Maiden to the summon Blue Eyes from the graveyard. You send the 2nd Blue Eyes from deck here, and then Synchro summon into the 2nd Spirit Dragon here. And then this is kind of your end field. So this is a way you can play it, where you discard the Tiding instead, and you have the Tiding plus the Lady in graveyard. So in their standby phase, so this is how I'm playing it here, you can go Tiding effect to special, or just special back from the graveyard, special Ladies. Now it's the standby Lady effect to fusion summon. I summon out Leplore and Lady to go ahead and go into Shu, and then Shu effect to go ahead and summon out Chamber effect to search for Hospitality, kind of just for like a follow-up play as well. So that's a way you can do it, but if you decide to keep the Tiding, if you wanted to like not discard Tiding, you can always just leave ladies on field and still get to pretty much the same combo. Maybe you don't end on 2 Spirit, but it still pretty much gets to the same combo as well. But now you have the Tiding to bounce a card as well. But this was kind of just like a safe thing as well, is to discard the Tiding. So if you end up getting a Beard on like the double Steel Spirit, you still had like the Chamber to keep, or the Dragonmaid stuff to keep playing with as well. So that's a way you can play it. You have a Seals bounce. You also have 2 Spirits, which is either, well, in this case, since you have 2, is both an Omni Negate, 2 Graveyard Negates, and a bounce as well, as both Spirits give you a Graveyard Negate, and then both can bounce into an Omni Negate and a bounce with a Moonlight Dragon as well. You have the full follow-up with True Light and Dragonmaid Hospitality. You have a Veiler in hand for just like hand trap stuff. Technically, you should have 2 more, or 3 more cards in your hand as well, so which can just be more hand traps and stuff like that as well. This is kind of the idea with the deck. So even though like technically the Primite stuff is better, just because there's really no bricks and it gives you like drill beam and stuff like that, this gives you like a higher ceiling with the deck, because this end field is really insane, because you have the Omni Negate with Shu that goes into House, and if you still had the Tiding in this combo, if you decide not to discard Tiding, you can just go Tiding, bounce back a card, and then House also bounce back a card as well, which is really nice as well. Then Seals is like follow-up if you really want to. You can summon out Magno or Druid Worm just to be like an asshole as well. So kind of just a kind of insane end field that you can do with the deck. Again, this is all like kind of like a theory. If you don't have to play this. Again, like I say, Primite is probably the better way to play this, but it's just an idea if you want to play with the new Dragonmaid stuff, but also play like as just an engine as well. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more content on the channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.